We are back with who is considered one of the most talented clairvoyants in the country, Rebecca Fearing. I met her the other day. She has a show on LA Talk Radio, incredibly talented psychic medium, healer, and all the above. Thank you so much for being here today.
Oh my God, it's a pleasure. I'm honored.
So appreciate it.
I was very excited, and then we met in a very unusual way because I was already booked on the show, and then Erin and I bumped into each other at LA Talk Radio. And when she said who she was, I was like, okay, I guess it's all meant to be.
It's meant to be.
So
that's
here
right.
we are. Yes.
And we were in the middle of the conversation, just talking about the show and your show, and all of a sudden she started kind of like doing a little bit. She was like, "Oh, I see some pictures," and it was profound. She had people's names. She had people that had passed away's names. I was like, "Whoa, this is the real deal."
Right.
What's up, sister?
Well, you know what the thing is, I did not choose this profession. I was always psychic. I'm born like that. It runs in my family through my grandmother. And I actually started in Hollywood. I was getting discovered when I was very young by some really powerful people in Hollywood. And I went for a hot minute to the Strasbourg, when they had with the Strasbourgs, and Anna Strasbourg said she heard about me. And she said, "How long before you want to be a movie star?" And I said, "I don't know. I don't really know." And she goes, "You're in." Then God appeared to me, and God said to me, "Rebecca, don't do it. You'll be a washed-up movie star when you're 50, but I will put you back in the media when you're 50. And actually, all that did happen. And very strange story how I became a psychic. I was 34. I was pregnant with my son, and a girl said to me, "Rebecca, you know how psychic you are?" Because people knew that I had something going on. She says, "You want to work on the first psychic hotlines?" And I'm like, "I don't know about that, right? I'm pregnant, it's a little weird." Okay. I decided to go, and I walked in, and I was like, I don't know about this. So I went down. The guy goes, immediately, "You are so psychic, lady. You're hired." And I'm like, whoa, but I'm so pregnant. And I was like, maybe I should wait till after I have my baby at least, because I wasn't sure.
There's a lot of energy coming through.
Yeah, I was like, I'll wait till my son's born. So my son really propelled me because I didn't want anybody watching him but me. Where could I do a job where I could also be a mom and still a working mother? So I could work in the evenings, and I got really good. And it was a very interesting job to work with people that all knew everything about you the minute you walked in the door. So it really it was an interesting beginning. And then after that, I really was divinely guided. I never solicit, I don't advertise, and everything that has come to me has actually come to me like being here today on this show.
Like me showing up at LA. I know.
Yeah.
Angelica, we want to give a shout out to Angelica because she's the one who connected us.
Yeah, she said,
she's
"Rebecca,
amazing.
you want to do this?" And I was like, yeah, that sounds really fun. And we have an interesting story, how somebody that she loved very dearly and passed away. So, and it's really word of mouth.
I'm really curious, Rebecca, what does your psychic ability feel like? What does it look like when you get these messages? Are you seeing people? Are you hearing things? Is it just thoughts? What is that like for you?
Well, first of all, everybody has psychic ability. Every creature on this earth has some intuitive ability. Even animals have it, a lot of it. Sometimes they know events like earthquakes or other events that the world is moving and shaking, so you can kind of watch through them if there's something going on. I read for animals too. And it is like, for me, it is as normal now as using my arm or leg. I have seen people physically, but how do I explain it? Not a ghost. I had this woman knock on my door at my office, and I said, "Oh, I'm running 10 minutes late." She says, oh, that's okay." She had jewelry on, she had a pink jacket on, she had a white shirt, she had blonde hair, and she looked slightly familiar to me. And so she shut the door, and then I opened the door, and there's this guy standing there in blue jeans and a blue top. And I said, "Where's the lady in the pink top? Did she get mad because I'm running a little bit late?" He goes, "No, you told me that." I go, No. You're not the blonde lady in the pink jacket." But he goes, "Rebecca, that was my mother-in-law. She passed away 7 years ago from cancer. And she came all the way from heaven to give a message to her children. And I was able to actually pass that message on. And I talked to her as real as I'm talking to you guys."
Wow.
So you have to, in my world, really be resilient to the unusual that has now, though, become the normal for me. I'm used to it now. And if you are with me at any amount of time, like when we talked to you, that day was kind of magical inside that LA Talk Radio because of the things that were going on with the other people that I met that day. And if you enter I mean, if you're with me, you will enter into it too. You will enter into the energy, the experience. You may experience the paranormal also.
Are we in the energy now?
But yeah, we
Yeah.
want a little more quick. We don't have a lot of time. We want a little, like, some
Mm-hmm.
insight. We want to know if there's anything there for you with us.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in here. The space is good because it lends the type of energy you need to do the interviews in here. You also have so much going on with you. Okay, so and you are always destined to be in the media in some way, shape, or form. You also, I don't know if this is true too now, you have some writing ability, and I don't know if you've tapped into that yet.
Writing, yes, I
Yes.
write, yeah.
Because I'm looking at it, I'm saying keep going with it, go forward with it. The name Andrew is very strong around you and will have a big meaning into your life. I'm not sure if that's who you know now, but it's very strong around
I
you.
know an Andrew or two, yeah.
Yeah, so one that you feel comfortable calling, you may want to give them a call, but don't be surprised if they give you a call first.
Oh.
You also have so much with the friend Nick, we've talked about that, right? And also you have some psychic ability like I do, but I don't know if you perceive it as much as I do, but I would pay attention when you have a hunch or a vibe, or you have a dream that seems to be a precognition, premonition. Write it down, because you definitely are developing your own intuitive ability at a very, very high accelerated rate right now. The books will be amazing. So, and also you have, I don't know, you have a lot going on, is more exposure about who you are and what your message is. So this is a good team. You guys were always meant, we're always meant to be together, the three of you. There was another female that could have been involved, but I don't see her now in the loop. But so you have known each other, you even kind of look alike, but you knew each other from other lifetimes. So if you believe in past lives,
That
there's
makes sense.
a connection here. I don't know if you felt familiar the first time you met her or comfortable, but if you did your, like maybe your DNA tested it, you might see that you guys even loop around each other through
Maybe she's
ancestry.
my sister or daughter.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
There's a whole story.
Wow.
And marriage is so, you got the pink energy going on over here around you. Lots of pink, which indicates love, marriage, happy times in that area. And do you have any connections to Ohio? Anybody here?
Yes,
I do.
My whole family's from Ohio.
Oh, because I kept hearing the people here from the other side say, we're from Ohio. And they want to be acknowledged. Their history wants to be acknowledged. And it's, there could be, there's Cleveland and Shaker Heights and all that, but it's kind of in that Euclid, that area.
Cleveland. I
Yeah.
have huge roots. Very, very famous family in America.
Yeah.
Lots of powerful spirits, for sure.
Well, you know what the thing is my family also, Ohio, they started Ohio. So maybe they're all guiding us to, they might have known some of the same people. But they want to be acknowledged. It would be lovely to tell your story, but that also goes back to ancestry, which maybe on the show sometimes you can talk about it and share it and see how we're all connected somehow.
Oh, that's beautiful.
The gentleman that wants to be acknowledged from Cleveland, he would like you to know that he is involved in your life also. I don't have his name, but he's a nice looking man, very, yeah, I'm like, you're a cutie. And, but I would love to hear that story sometime. So,
Yeah.
and you will be going back to Ohio for something that you're going to be doing, and it'll be a good time, and I would go if I were you.
Okay, good.
Does that make sense? Then?
Yeah,
Hello?
it's very interesting, the roots. We have a very interesting heritage. Fascinating.
Yeah, it is fascinating, and it's important, and we'll see if the two of you are connected, or the three of you maybe. And I feel lots about Florida in here also.
Yeah, that could be me.
You too, right? I know, I'm like, and I am in Florida now.
My head's always in Florida, especially when it's overcast outside. But yeah, I spend a lot of time in Florida.
Florida, right? Yeah, because I'm in Ohio, and then I'm like, that said Florida. I'm zooming around. And well, that's comfortable to you, not only the connection you have from other lifetimes, again, if you believe in past lives, from not only Miami, but Cuba. And so the weather, the people, the feel would be feel like home to you.
That definitely does.
Yes, and so you'll go when you feel comfortable. You'll possibly even buy a place there. when the time is right, and then it will always be like a home base for you somehow. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it
Welcome
does.
visit.
Yeah, yeah. I gotta keep that quiet. I got so many friends that like Cuban cigars. They're gonna give me that
I had to say it because I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't think yours
Yeah.
is Florida. I think it's over here.
That's wild.
So it's a little bit how I do. I read your story. I hear your people talking. Erin's people were very loud, and they said Cleveland very loud. And yours was just he needs Florida sometimes. He needs to go. And then you have also. You have an interesting story about your family too, and if you really did your research, I think there's some musicians in there somehow. I don't know if you know about that though.
I don't. I need to try. I need to look that up.
Yeah, you should look it up because it's definitely strong around you. The arts and also the creative thought process that you have in the line of part of your family. So that'd be fun for you guys to like do maybe a show on it.
We should do a
That
show
would be
on it.
so
That'd be
fascinating.
fun, right? Reveal
The
our
big
whole-
reveal.
I love that. Well, we also want to invite you back for a longer interview. We love your work and
Thank
so
you.
excited to get involved with LA Talk Radio as well. And I don't know, maybe we'll come co-host one of your shows.
Oh
or
no, you've got to
something
come on
like
my show. I just want the message here is that the things I talk about God or the paranormal or heaven, I have physical evidence of this. I don't work alone. I could not do this job alone. There's no way. It's just not me alone. And I have recently, through technology and spirituality, which would take a long time to communicate to you guys, I've bridged that gap. I have proof that there's heaven, and I have proof that there's no death, and that we all live on in a different dimensions, and that we're not really informed right because there's a lot of fear in it, and there should be no fear. So, maybe if you come on my show, I'll expose you guys.
Please
Some
do.
of
I would love
Love
that.
that.
For
Right,
sure.
and
how can people work with you?
well, they can reach me. I have a website, RebeccaFearing.com, but you can also call my office. Everybody has my phone number, so it's okay. It's 818-923-4443. Text me because I get a million calls. We do get back to you. We every single one of you are important to us, even if it takes a little bit back to get back to you. And we read for people all over the world, every culture, every religion, there's no difference to me. One God for all people.
Love
Oh,
that.
thank you so
Thank you,
much
Rebecca.
for
Oh my
your
goodness.
divine light. So
Thank
stay
you.
tuned, you guys. We will be right
Yeah.
back.